If you're a very large company, I'm talking about like Target, Best Buy, Wal-Mart, and you don't have your own personal AI, from a branding perspective, my friend, that's really, really not a good thing.
Hello and welcome to Exploring AI with Arghon. I'm Lauren, Arghon's Chief Creative Officer, here today with Collie Brown. If my voice sounds a little strange, it's hay fever, so just forgive me and let's get into this really cool episode about businesses and Arghon. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so question one. What capabilities does Arghon provide for businesses? And does a business have to have a technical staff to be able to use the Arghon capabilities?
So let me answer the second part of the question first. No, there are lots of things you can do. In fact,
They don't have to have a technical staff.
no, they don't have to have a technical staff. When we designed Arghon, we designed Arghon for two kinds of businesses. Obviously, big companies that have technical staff and want to do some exciting, crazy stuff, right? And then if there are lots of small businesses, in fact, the vast majority of businesses are small, who can't afford to hire. In fact, they have trouble getting a computer, properly serviced. So we designed lots of services in our ecosystem for those people. So that's the first part. That's the second part of the question. What was the first part?
The first part was what capabilities does Arghon provide for businesses?
So, okay.
That's a big question.
It's a very big question, and so we kind of have to give a high-level answer, and then probably if later on we have some time, we can drill down into it. But so when we designed Arghon from the onset, we understood that an AI had to do two things, at least two things, more, but at least two. One is it had to provide connectivity to the things that are happening in the user's world, and the second part of it is it had to provide access to services, products and services. So with those two things in mind, the ecosystem that we have was designed so that the user can get detailed information and acquire things, purchase things through the ecosystem, the platform. But on the other hand, for the businesses, they need real-time data, real-time analytics, and so when you interact with an individual, the level of detail really depends on you. If you're a company that has really sophisticated and have really good technical teams that can handle the real-timeness of what we can offer, we can give you information that will set you apart from everybody else. Yeah. And by the way, you're not going to get that from a lot of...
it's like a fluid, constant connection.
It's a fluid, constant connection.
Yeah.
And your ability to take advantage of that depends on you.
Yeah.
But the platform is there, and it's more than capable to do that.
Okay.
So that's what we designed for businesses from a commerce platform business basis.
Okay. I'm going to go on to the next question. How difficult is it for companies to get onto the system and start taking advantage of these services and this technology that AI brings?
So let me step back 1 second. So it's not very difficult. In fact, it's fairly easy. But everything has to be looked at in the context. So if you're a big company, let's say you're Wal-Mart, let's say you're Target, and you want to get into the AI space. You look and you see the competition and they're doing certain things, and you're like, damn, we want to do exactly the same thing they're doing, or something like that. You have very few options because around you are a bunch of big monster players who really want to build out their AI platform for themselves.
Yeah.
And to the extent that they can put your products and service on there,
they will.
But don't for a minute think they're building this for you. They're building this to make sure that they dominate the AI space going forward. Exactly.
Interest.
So you have a few options at this point. Very few options, frankly. You're going to either try to go build something yourself, which is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
It's
not cost effective.
It's definitely not cost effective.
Time-wise or money-wise.
I don't care how much money you have in the world, time is not your friend. So when we build our platform, we build the platform so that these companies can license our technology, use the technology, and create their own assistants and their whole AI platform fairly quickly. And what that will do is it will mean that they can match and supersede
the other big
yes,
name competition kind of
exactly
in a short amount of time,
in a very short amount of time,
without having to invest the same level of
well, it's a
effort.
huge risk. It's a huge risk.
Yeah.
You know, invested in AI today, if you're a company trying to build, let's say you're Wal-Mart and you had some, so here's what a lot of companies do. So they have like an app, okay, and somebody comes along and says, let's attach some AI kind of thing around the app. That's not going to cut it, but they don't know, so they're going to probably sign some contract with them and start spending a few $1 million on that. The bottom line is you really do need an AI solution from day one. That's what they should do. But again, the seduction that, hey, we already own the app. Let's try to build out. Many times, if you're working on a house, it's better to tear down and build as opposed to try to repair, because we all know how sometimes you spend all that money only to realize, you know what, I should have ripped it down to begin with and start over. So you have that situation. It's very difficult for companies to try to build AI. In fact, for many of them, it's not worth their while, time-wise and money-wise. But they still have a need. They still need an AI platform to compete with their neighbors.
They still need their AI solution.
Right. And that's where we come in. So we make it, we're going to make it, we're going to say to you, take your time and focus on your business. Focus on how you're going to use AI to expand and grow your business and to dominate your space, rather than trying to focus on building this thing and then, you know, a few years later, if you haven't made any mistakes, trying to do the second part.
So to kind of summarize in answering that question about how difficult it is for them to get on the system.
For us, it's easy because we provide.
We make it so we're making it easy for businesses to get on the system and start taking advantage of it.
Yes.
And they get to focus on what they're good at.
Exactly.
While having a partner they can trust to take care of that AI side of the solution and bring them into that experience.
Exactly, exactly. They don't have to concentrate on the AI side. Concentrate on your business, concentrate on how you're going to dominate the space with your new AI capability.
Yeah.
That's what you should be focused on, and that's what you want to do if you want to compete with other companies out there with their quote-unquote AI solution.
Okay, cool. All right, so for companies that are connecting to Arghon and the AI platform, are they clients? Are they partners? How would you describe them? What is that relationship?
So the vast majority are going to be clients, but you know, we are looking for investors. And I could see a situation where somebody, you know, a very large company comes to us and says, look, we'd like to be part of your platform. We'd like to own a piece of the platform. And we would not be opposed to that. So in that case, they'd be both an investor and a client. Okay. Or an investor and a partner. A client and a partner is kind of like one and the same.
So it's like, it would be like a corporation that has an investment arm saying, okay, we're gonna take a piece while also, you know, working with your technology.
Right. As a smart company would do that. I mean, that's what I mean. Frankly, you know, especially if you're gonna move your concentration over to this entity. Right. But you know.
Okay. All right. So, why should companies be interested in being on an AI platform, especially smaller businesses? As you know, AI can be expensive. You know, why would a plumber be on the AI platform?
Right. So the business side of AI is to provide convenience, to provide stronger relationships with your customers, and that's always been true for businesses in general. They want that relationship with their customers. AI gives them that capability in a much stronger fashion. Also, remember, e-commerce is changing. E-commerce is going to get wiped out and replaced with AI commerce. You hear it, and we keep talking about the word AI commerce. That's something that we've been using for the last few years. It is going to change, and it's going to supersede e-commerce. And the difference between the two is one is an open system, which means you can come there at any time and buy yourself some ads, and you're on even playing field with everybody else. The AI platform, the AI commerce platform, is much more closed. It's not 100% closed, but it's much more closed, which means that those relationships are important. And the question you asked earlier, why should they be on it? Because when the e-commerce model starts to get replaced, you don't want to be left behind.
Also, I think the thing you're not really mentioning is just how AI is going to actually impact the lifestyle of the user itself. So the user is going to be for these businesses their customer. That's the end user of your product or your service. So if we're talking about an example as a plumber or someone who provides carpet cleaning or a service like that, where it's a very small business and you work with individuals in each time, Arghon is connecting to the lifestyle of the user. So Arghon is going to be there knowing on the front line when a user has a need. So when the user says, oh, a pipe's burst in the kitchen or in the bathroom, and I have no idea what to do, I turned off the water, but that's about all I can handle, then Arghon can say, oh, shall I call a plumber? And that is, for those smaller businesses, an opportunity to get right into there. You have a clarified need. Arghon often is knowing what the situation in the context is because someone's talking to them. So for although it may initially feel like AI is an expense to shell out versus just going with the norm currently of the e-commerce model or having a website or a card or a business card or something like that, the advantage is so much more when you think about the fact that you're now going to have access to the regular moments that a user has where they're going to need a service, and they might not remember your company, but Arghon does.
Yeah, in addition to that, we also have specific offerings for small businesses. The example you use, a plumber, Arghon, so Arghon has the ability to become the assistant for the plumber.
Yeah.
That is to say, Arghon can schedule, essentially Arghon is the front end for the plumber.
So Arghon's saying, hey, okay, you've got two appointments today, and someone's trying to schedule something for Thursday. I'm going to move it to 3 p.m. because that's when you're free.
That's correct. It's actually, so it's essentially, if you were to pay somebody, because that's what would happen, you'd pay an assistant or receptionist or whoever it is to do that.
Yeah.
Arghon would take over that responsibility, move things around, let you know in real time that somebody just switched the thing around, and so it does all of that management for you. So they're getting the benefit of two sides to this thing here. They're getting the consumer side where they're getting involved. The consumers coming to them saying, hey, listen, Arghon, through Arghon.
Yeah, they're right in the purchasing process. And they're also getting the experience of, them having their own, 24/7 secretary.
Exactly.
Or assistant.
Exactly.
Okay, so why, what would you say is the cost for businesses getting connected to Arghon, getting involved in Arghon?
The cost is minimal. I mean, it can be very.
And at the same time, what's the cost of not getting onto Arghon?
So there are two costs. There's the actual, how do you connect two systems, and time, energy, whatever it is for that. Yeah. And again, we've made the system such that you can
be up and running.
You can be up and running, and you can do it in stages. You don't have to try to do everything day one. And we understand that. What you want to do is you want to get the most out of your AI experience.
Yeah.
So you want to be on the system as quick as possible. And we're talking about, if you're a large business, we're talking about getting you up in about 2-3 months maximum. And then we can phase in all the aspects to your business, as you see the need. Because here's the thing: there's a lot that AI can do that you're not aware of. Mm-hmm. And when you work with us, you'll see those opportunities, and you'll say, well, we want to take advantage of those. Yeah. You wouldn't necessarily know that day one up front because you're not an AI company. You sell your product and your service.
Yeah.
So that integration with us will get you that additional knowledge. In terms of the actual connectivity, again, as I said, we built the platform for different levels of expertise, so that you can start off with something rudimentary. Even an advanced company can start off with something rudimentary, right? And then work their way up slowly to something much, much larger.
So essentially, you can think of it like a package system. There's always that starter package that evolves over time as you discover, okay, I have this need, or I don't have that need, or something I thought I'd need, I don't need, or something I didn't know I'd need, I now need. So they can kind of evolve. But when you're talking about cost, cost is definitely a larger discussion. It's not something that we can have right here where we can just say, hey, because every single user, every single client is a different business, has a different need. So of course, go to arghon.com, check out our contact page, check out our press kit to get connected to us, and be informed about, you know, what it is to connect us to Arghon and activate the Arghon experience. I want to go to the next.
Before you go on that question, so what we do, we also have this thing where, so if you're interested in what we recommend is that we come in and do an initial consultation. It's very simple. It's about making sure that you understand all the capabilities that AI is bringing to the space, to your space, and how you can begin to take advantage of that. Along with that, we'll talk about how you can take advantage of the capabilities that we have.
Yeah.
But it's critical that you understand, you know, what you can do in AI. And I know you're not an AI company, so you don't know that, but you're an expert in your field. You know, what you want is somebody who's built an AI. You don't want a consultant to walk in, for example, who's never built anything. You know, theory is all cool and well until you put it to reality.
Academia.
Academia, exactly. So, but we set up that initial consultation, and from there, you know, we work with you to make sure you understand what, you know, the AI solution, what AI solution is going to give you, what our sole solution, what differentiates us. And the other thing is, if you're a very large company, I'm talking about like Target, Best Buy, Wal-Mart, and you don't have your own personal AI, from a branding perspective, my friend, that's really, really not a good thing.
Just to bring it back to the main question, which is what is the cost? For viewers out there, know that it is a question in which discussion is always going to be needed, because your needs will be different from the next person. But also that we are flexible with the different tiers of business and what each business requires. So I want to move on to the next question. All right. Is Arghon available outside of the US?
Absolutely. Arghon is definitely available outside of the United States. And if you're a company in any one of these countries, you know, you need to reach out to us the same way somebody from the United States would. And because you want AI, you want to be on the AI platform and take advantage of this new innovation.
So if the company that's looking at us right now is based in Argentina,
reach out to us.
If they're based in Mozambique,
reach out to us.
If they're based in England or Spain,
reach out to us.
Okay, what about Australia?
Reach out to us.
All right, cool. So I just wanted to make sure that was global. All right. What if they're based in China?
Reach out to us.
All right, cool.
If they're on the moon, different story.
I mean, if they're on the moon, you just have to have a really good Wi-Fi connection, a satellite-fi connection. All right. So then the last question I have here is, if someone is interested in coming onto the platform now, what should they do?
So the first order of business is go to our contact page. So go to arghon.com, arghon.com, and you can click down at the bottom, you'll see contact. Also at the bottom of the page, you'll see on the left-hand side, you'll see the press kit. You click on that, there's lots of contact information in that, and you'll also learn a little bit more about us. Once you do that, you reach, you know, there's contact information, you reach out to us. We're going to obviously get back to you. And then from there, you know, we start the conversation. And what we can do is we can come in, do a quick consultation so you understand the clear capabilities that AI is going to bring to the space. Again, we understand you may not be an AI company. I mean, you're not a technical company. You are more a service company, or you might be a retailer, whatever it is. So that initial conversation will cover quite a few things, just to make sure that you know exactly what the
that everyone's on the same page.
Everyone is on the same page, and you also see, you know, clearly how powerful AI can make a difference in your business. In fact, if you get out front of everybody else, you'll have an advantage, a significant advantage. And, you know, once we get that
out front of everybody else, specifically in the artificial intelligence era.
Right. Yeah. And so if you're in the retail space and you're using AI, you know, using our capabilities, for example, you're going to have an advantage over a company that's not.
Yeah.
So you want to, you know, you don't want to wait. You kind of want to, you know, and then you might say,
prep from now, so that you are already up and running.
Yeah, and even for those companies, so you might say, for example, you might have started some AI initiative, you know, because some guy comes to you or somebody came to you and pitched it, and you're like, okay, well, AI is very complex, as we mentioned before. It's very hard to build. Hear from us. When you hear from us and see what we've created and see what it would take you to create the same kind of stuff, I think you'll want to hear from us, and I think you will want to take advantage of our ecosystem.
I mean, that's no disagreements there. We are offering a very cool, very well thought out, deeply robust and flexible AI. And when you join with us, you're getting a team in addition to a technology. And I gotta say, I think that's one of the rarest things that I've seen, having gone from conference to conference and place to place in the technology space. It's very rare to find an AI business, an AI corporation, startup like ours, that is as well thought out, as well developed, and as flexible as what we're offering. But that flexibility is a strong flexibility in that we're able to deliver so many things with such expertise in a way that I think will make AI for the user such for the clients, for the partners, such a kind of, you'll say to yourself, why didn't we do this sooner? It's a no-brainer. So connect to Arghon. Go to, like Collie said, arghon.com, and contact us. We are out here, we are available. Some of our contact information you'll find in the description box below. Collie, I want to thank you for being a part of this discussion today. And to the users on this channel, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But more than that, share it with your networks, email it to your friends, put it on social media, let people know about the Arghon message. We are doing something that is groundbreaking in this industry, this AI industry. And we're doing it to help businesses like yourself, to help entrepreneurs like yourself and corporations like yourselves. And this is a moment to get ahead and be a part of the revolution. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notifications so that you can get all of our updates when we upload, and follow us on social media. Our handles for Twitter and Facebook are at Arghon AI, as well as for Instagram. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe to this channel, where weekly we'll explore what it means to connect to your world through artificial intelligence. And to be part of the Arghon journey, follow us on social media.